Greetings. Thank you for joining the Earth Angels Writing YouTube channel. I'm back delivering weekly spiritual messages based off of the times we're now living in and covering trending news and topics. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and do that now. If you would like to hit the notification bell, you may do that as well. I wanted to come on and talk about how we give titles and roles to people in our lives that who have not earned them and that who are not living up to those titles and roles, and how we need to be cautious and beware of the expectations and the allowance in our lives to these people based on these roles. Because we know everybody, we all got a mother, we all have a father, sister, uncles, friends. We like to call everybody our friends, our co-worker. Everybody has a title. Everybody has a label in our lives. And based off of these titles and these labels, we allow them allowance in our life. We allow them influence in our life. We allow them opinions in our life. We allow them to get close to us in our lives. Yet these titles and roles have a meaning. Words have meaning. They have divine meaning. A mother is a mother. It's not because you biologically had a child. A mother has a spiritual meaning. A father is a father. A sister is a sister. Some of y'all got sisters out here that treat you worse than the enemy. Stabbing in your back, sleeping with your man, gossiping about you, talking about your kids like they're a stranger on the street. An aunt is an aunt. An uncle is an uncle. A cousin is a cousin. Family is family. All of these words have spiritual meaning. And I know in the Black community, we will just let people in our lives influence our lives and our opinions and destination just based off of these titles and words. And these people are not even living up to these words. Am I saying you should disrespect your mother? Yet if she is not living up to the spiritual level of what a mother is, you need to protect yourself. You need to set some boundaries. She can't just have all access in your life, just simply be on the title of mother, and she's not spiritually living up to that. Or a father. They're not spiritually being your father. It seems like in the Black community, we have no problem cutting our fathers off and creating boundaries with our father. Oh, you weren't there? Okay, you don't get all this access. But then we'll allow other people. What about friends? Everybody is not your friend. A friend is a friend. A friend has a meaning. Go look up that word. And not only does it have the Webster meaning, it has the spiritual meaning to be a friend. But people just use the word lightly. That's not your friend. And then you thinking it's your friend, and then you find out, that was your foe. You got frenemies out here. You got enemies that'll pretend like they're your friends. You got friends that's showing up like they're your friend, and they really jealous of you. They your own worst enemy. So that's not your friend. So stop giving people titles and roles in your life, allowing them in your life, but you not holding them to the standard, to the roles of the words, of the terms itself. Even the basic Webster definition of the word, you're not even asking them to live up to that, let alone the spiritual meaning. Okay? You got a husband in your life. That's not your husband. I don't care that you went out to the court. You got your marriage certificate. Y'all had this big wedding. Y'all live in the same house. You got 5 kids. A husband is a husband. A husband is divine spiritual role and title. And if he's not doing that, that is not your husband. A wife is a wife. I don't care that you married her. I don't care that y'all honeymoon in Cancun. That's not your wife if she is not living up spiritually to that role. That's not your wife. And no man can put it together, okay? If the Lord ain't putting it together, it ain't put together. Just like if the Lord put it together, no man can tear it apart. We got whole families in the Black community. Just because y'all going to the family reunion and everybody kicking ha, that's not a family. Y'all not a unit. Y'all not standing as a real family. So if you know that's not your real family, you need to start making some decisions. You need to start, everybody shouldn't have access in your life just on, okay, that's my family. Is that really your family? Are they acting like your family? Are they really being your family? Because if they're not, you need to start asking yourself some hard questions. Am I just going to live with the fake, or do I want something real in my life? Because that's what really is going to come down to. Or I'm just going to have a man just for the sake of having a man, a husband just for the sake of having a husband, a mother just because I just really need a mother and never had a mother and want a mother there, a father just for the sake of being a father. Or are you really going to get the real in your life? I'm not saying you can replace these people, but the Lord will send people in your life to step up as your family, to be a mother to you, to be a father to you, to be a sister to you. You can find that in anybody because that's willing to take on that spiritual role and be that for you. You see what I'm saying? Because if they're stepping into that role and they're taking on those characteristics, those spiritual divine characteristics of their role, that's what it is. It's not biology. But we just allow giving people, just biological roles and terms in our life. And we just expecting that they are filling these spiritual divine responsibilities and holding it to honor, and they're not. And it's causing you hurt, and it's causing you pain. And it's actually stopping your growth and stopping you from really getting on your real true path with the Lord, your real life purpose, because you just been bogged down with the fake and the phony. Keep it real. That's why I don't say I'm everybody's friend. I hold that word to honor. If I'm your friend, I am your friend. And whatever a friend got to do, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to let you celebrate you when you're right. I'm going to tell you when you're wrong. If I can be there for you when you call me, if you need me, I'm going to do everything I can to be there for you. I'm going to lift you up. You my friend, you my sister. We going all the way in. And if for some reason the friendship ends and we go our separate ways and we grow apart, I don't have nothing bad to say about you. I'm not about to divulge all your secrets that you share and entrust it to me as your friend. Because I honor that. Regardless of what you're doing, I honor that. Just like when I was with my husband, I was a wife to him, regardless of what he was doing. I hold my role as a wife to honor. And if he doesn't hold his role as a husband to honor and spiritually, then I know that I need to make a decision there, which I did, was I need to walk away and get out this situation because this is not a marriage. If we not merged and we not a union, it's not a marriage. It's not a marriage. I don't care you got your marriage certificate. I don't care because the world told you married. That's not a marriage. You can marry somebody and don't need a marriage certificate or a marriage license. If your hearts and your soul is not one and y'all have merged and married together, you're not married. Okay? You're not married. So that's not your husband. That's not your wife. So you need to either get out that situation, or is y'all going to try to make this right and make this real? So that's just my warning and my message for the rest of this week. Forget the week, the rest of this year, for the rest of your life. Evaluate your situation in your circle. Who in your circle that you didn't gave a title to, a role to, but they're not living up to that? But you just keeping them in your circle because just mainly on the title. It's kind of like if you got a job at work. If they give you the title and the role as a manager, they expect you to be managing something. And if you not be managing something, either they're going to demote you, give you a different role that you can do or handle, or they may just ask you to leave altogether. But they need you, they're going to at least talk to you because they need you to start living up to the responsibilities of this job you have. Roles are important. You know it out in the world, but you don't seem to understand it when it comes to your life. If the police roll up on you, they're a police officer. You have certain expectations of them, following the law, how they should treat you. And when they are not living up to that expectation, okay, it's a problem. It needs to be, something needs to be questioned. Same thing with the people in your life. You got to do. If that cousin ain't your cousin, she's not being a family member to you, then you need to walk away. You need to let it go. You need to put some boundaries on it. Okay, this is not my cousin. This is not somebody I can trust. This is not somebody I can let in my house or babysit my kids or tell my deepest, darkest secrets to. This is not it. And the way you're going to find that out is you need to test it. Most of you already know. You already know. Your discernment and already told you. They done you dirty so many times. I don't know what else they got to do to let you know that they're not trustworthy. And then some of you need to test the water, because some of these people around you can get real good, real crafty. As long as everything going good, they may seem like they always been there for you. But then you have to ask yourself, are they really there for you because of you, or because of you, what you can do for them, what they want to get out of you, how they can use you? You see what I'm saying? So you may have to test the water. You may have to see if you could test the spirit and see what they really is about, because you don't want to have to test it when it's not a test. It's the real thing. It's the real play. And then now you done found out in the game that you got fake players on the team. No, you want to make sure you want to get them all in training. You want to test them out. You want to run the plays with them way before you get to the real thing, because the real thing that's the final game. You see what I'm saying? So you need to start testing these people. And just don't allow them to stay in your life. I'm not saying disrespect your mother, your father, your aunt, your sister. You ain't got to be disrespectful with it. Yet you need to start doing some self-love and some soul searching. This is a whole new ball game now, y'all. This is a whole new game. You got so many people, including your family members, who are going to try to tempt you off of your path with the Holy Spirit. It's just like the Bible say, mother against mother, father against father. We at that point now. Because we all done had to make a choice. And the only choice is right or wrong. That's it. Forget about this black and white. Forget about that. It's right or wrong. You got people that's looking just like you that's all the way wrong. And you got people that don't look nothing like you that's right and who will treat you good. So start looking for that. Is it right or is it wrong? Are they living up to these roles in your life or they're not? If they're not, don't be sitting around complaining. If you really love them in your life, go talk to them. If you really ain't seeing no change in what you expect, head on out the door. Set your boundaries. That's all you can do. And put it in the Lord's hand. And hopefully they'll transform their life. And maybe y'all can meet up down the path, but you got to keep going. You got to keep moving. You can't be distracted by them. You can't be stopped by them. Because you done gave all these people titles in your life and ain't nobody living up to them. Nobody living up to them. I see it right today. You got people that say they married and they online gossiping about somebody and starting all kind of drama. You not going to convince me that you married and you got a husband. I don't care what you show me. I don't care what marriage certificate you show me, because if that man really was married to you, he's not going to allow you to do that. He's not going to allow you to be doing that. You don't need to do that. He's going to put you in check. You see what I'm saying? So he's there, but is he really being a husband to you? And that is to protect you. Even if he got to protect you from your own self, okay? You got men doing a certain thing out here, Do they really got a wife at home? Because he wouldn't be doing certain things if he really had a wife at home and he respected and he honored that and he's really being a husband. He's not doing none of that. He coming right on home to his family because he know how important his family is, okay? So this is for you to start checking yourself. Check yourself. Are you calling you call yourself being somebody's friend, but you know you're not being a friend to them? Step up your game. You call yourself being somebody's wife, you're not being a wife to them. You call yourself being somebody's husband, you're not being a husband to them. If you're not going to be a husband to them, walk away. If you can't be a friend to them, let it go. If you're not going to be a sister to them, Let it go. Let them go their own way and put blessings. But stop saying that you're going to be these things and take on these roles and you don't do it. Because what you're doing, you end up hurting people and bringing karma to yourself. And vice versa. Don't you do it, and don't you let people come in your life and do it. Okay?